But this raises another very important issue. The discussion so far is about, states failing, and where the statesmen, the disconnect between citizens and their leaders. But if you look at the crisis, the issues that you mentioned earlier, banditry here, insurgency here, IPOB there, and so on, the approach of the Nigerian state is not in the sense that you are presenting it, as that these are manifestations of failure of some kind in the past or even at present. The approach is to use force and force and force and force. Is the government getting it wrong?
Yes, and I've said it and I've written. And I'll tell you the one I know. This is banditry.
Okay.
How do I know it? Because I'm from Katsina, it affects me. A third of my state is under siege by these bandits. We never saw IDPs until this government came in. So, some of my folks have been affected. So I'm talking firsthand, I'm not talking abstract. Number one. Number two, I and Sheikh Gumi went into the forest in 8 states, deep into the forest. I met all of these war commanders. Not only them, we met traditional rulers, we met their outlaws, their leaders, we met community leaders, we met people that were involved.
What did you hear?
So the whole idea, so why did we even go? We did not go on the behest of any government or anybody. Okay, we sit down here, everybody is saying, blaming government. Government has failed, government has failed, government has failed. Well, guess what? Our children and grandchildren and God Almighty will ask you, Suleiman, what did you do at this point in time when your people were going through this? You will not blame Buhari, so it's Buhari. No, Buhari is dealing with his own issues. Everybody must come in. And that was why we came in. Sheikh Gumi would be preaching in the mosque for years. We need to be going into the forest. Nobody will go if you don't go. So we went in to listen. Because Martin Luther King said, violence is the language of the unheard. If you don't hear people, even at home when your 2 kids are fighting, you call them and hear them both. We went to hear. Deep into the forest.
What are the things that you hear? Right. I'm sure Nigerians will be interested.
Right. So the thing is, these are the lessons we learned.
Okay.
All problems are local. And the solutions are local. No big plans from Abuja will solve this problem if you do not consult with local stakeholders. Because Gandhi said, whatever you do for me, without me, is against me. So big plans will come from Abuja without consulting. It will not work. All problems are local. None of these places we went to, did we hear them say, oh, we have a problems with the Nigerian military or the Nigerian state or the president? Oh, their problems are all local. And the solutions are local. We listen. So you must hear. Another thing we learned is that banditry is essentially a social problem.
Okay. Social problem.
That Nigeria, we are increasingly militarizing and putting our military in an impossible situation because it's not winnable. It's a social problem that we need to take care of locally. And we knew how it all started in Zamfara. There is a committee report by the former Inspector General of Police, MD Abubakar, 279 pages, that looked at the origin of banditry, because that's where it started and that's where it spread all across. You cannot, and there is Dr. Murtala Ahmed of University of Sokoto, spent 10 years with this bandit, wrote a book, I'm a Bandit, knows all of them. And he will concur and tell you that we are not going in the right way. How he puts it is that if you are in Abuja, you're going to Sokoto, it's like you're heading to Lokoja.
You're never going to get to Sokoto.
The government must listen to everybody. And I wrote in a paper, there is a place for the military, but there is no military solution to banditry in Nigeria. If anybody tells you there is a military solution, he either doesn't know what he's talking about, or he knows, but he's been disingenuous. And no one person, from the presidency to the military to the sultan, no one person can tell you, I have the solution. It is a collective. The government, the military, traditional ruler, clerics, everybody must come in to solve this problem.
Thank you.